Hi, guys, and welcome to our Royal Rumble 2022 prediction video.
I'm here to rumble. I've got danger in my flavor like a razor. I'm here to rumble. Diamond breaker. It's my nature. Get ready for thunder.
Yes, I'm back with Callum for one of my favourite and one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. Yes, the Royal Rumble. So, yes, the time has come again for the Royal Rumble. It feels like, like 6 months ago that me, you, and Laura were doing last year's Royal Rumble. How the hell is it 2022 Royal Rumble already? My goodness, time flies. But yes, I can't wait. Like I said, it's one of my favourite shows of the year. The Royal Rumble matches are so much fun. And it's a good-looking card this year. Really good-looking card. Some good-looking matches. Callum, you looking forward to the Royal Rumble?
The Royal Rumble matches themselves are like one of the favorite matches for me to watch every year. It's with the surprises, and you know, most of the time you don't know who's going to win. So yeah, I'm really excited for the Royal Rumble, and I'm glad that it's on Saturday so that I can actually watch it live for a change.
Yeah,
unlike when it usually is on a Sunday. So yeah, I can't wait for this time next week.
Yeah, it's looking like a really good show. Yeah, so no Laura and Liam. Sadly, I thought they were going to be part of the video, but sadly they're very busy at the minute. They're currently in the process of moving house. So, but hopefully they'll both be back. Fingers crossed for WrestleMania. I'm hoping for WrestleMania. So yeah. So yes, the road to WrestleMania 38 begins. So yes, let's get started then. So I'll just get up the match. So we might as well start off with one of the Royal Rumble matches. Yes, the women's Royal Rumble match. Yes, a 30-woman Royal Rumble match for a women's championship match at WrestleMania 38. So at the minute, 21 of the 30 entrants have been announced. So let me have a. Do you want to read them out for you, Callum?
Yeah, go on then. You might as well.
Okay, so at 21, so we have Rhea Ripley, Nikki Ash, Dana Brooke, Carmella, Queen Zelina, Tamina, Shotzi Blackheart, Natalya, Aliyah, Naomi, Shayna Baszler, Charlotte, Nikki Bella, Brie Bella, Charlotte, Lita, Michelle McCool, Kelly, Summer Rae, Mickie James from TNA, Bianca Belair, and Liv Morgan. So yes, it's tricky to predict. I think both Rumble matches this year are quite tricky in my opinion. Because I think they both seem quite unpredictable. But Callum, take it away. Who are your 3 picks to win the Women's Royal Rumble?
Quite honestly, I didn't really. I was supposed to sit and think about it before the video, but I didn't really get much chance to. So what I'm going to say is really probably just off the cusp. I think one, I'm going to say Liv Morgan. I think that's probably a choice that a lot of people are going to go for. She's lost to Becky, fairly repeatedly, but it's been, well, it was supposed to be mischievous means that day one, Becky was supposed to have her legs on the road, but she ended up pinning her clean by trying to pin her dirty, which is a bit of a botch, I'm assuming. But yeah, I think maybe Liv Morgan wins the Rumble and we get another match with Becky. Asuka? Question mark? I don't know. I mean, she's done it before. I'm just trying to go for someone who's maybe not been around for a while. And as far as I know, Asuka had a bit of an elbow injury and had surgery ages ago on it. So if there's any time for her to come back, it's now at the Rumble when there seems to be quite a few returns.
Yeah.
I could possibly throw Bayley in the same bracket there, but I think she's still her injuries are more severe than Asuka's. But number 3, Lita. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm like I said, this year I'm going crazy with predictions, and I think it could possibly be Lita versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Because I mean, they did have a little stare down on SmackDown last week. I think something's going to happen. Whether it's on the road to WrestleMania or WrestleMania itself, and there isn't really anybody else to
face Charlotte
Flair. To face Charlotte Flair really on SmackDown. Apart from Naomi's the one who's in there at the moment, but yeah, I don't know.
Is Bianca on SmackDown or is she on Raw?
She's on Raw.
All right. Yeah, I can't think of many on SmackDown at the minute who are being pushed to that level to face Charlotte. Naomi?
Well, exactly, yeah.
He's kind of got to think
There really is nobody else. So I feel like maybe like an Edge kind of victory that we had last year. Maybe we'll get Lita, and I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think it'd be really cool. The other alternative is maybe Alexa Bliss, but I think they're going to do the whole therapist thing a bit more before she returns to in-ring action. So
it's so stupid.
So yeah. Liv Morgan, Asuka, Lita.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's just the fun part of the Royal Rumble. It's really fun to predict because last year I don't think anyone had Edge. No one had Edge.
No.
We all had Bianca Belair because she was a very obvious pick to face Sasha, but none of us had Edge. So when Edge won, we were like, oh, and he thought, what, didn't Edge go like the full? He started first, didn't he? He went the full Rumble.
I think so, yeah.
I think only Shawn Michaels has done that before. Anyway, okay, moving on. So yes, okay, on to my 3 picks for the Women's Royal Rumble. I too, Callum, I'm going with Liv Morgan. I think she's one of the favourites because she's been beaten down a little bit by Becky, and I think she's going to get her big moment. So maybe she wins the Rumble and faces Becky again and finally wins. She also got pinned by Dewdrop on Raw. So yeah, she just got flattened. So maybe WWE are giving her little push. Now it's over. So hopefully not. But yeah, but I'm going to say Liv Morgan. I think she's a good pick. Second, I'm going with Bayley because she is rumored to be coming back soon. I think I've seen pictures of her on Instagram. She's not on crutches anymore. She looks in good shape. So maybe Bayley comes back at like number 29, number 28, 30. She wins because I don't think Bayley's won the Rumble yet. So it would be cool to see Bayley win the Rumble. And if she's on SmackDown, then she could face Charlotte at WrestleMania. Yeah. So I do love Bayley. It's great to see her back because I think she's due back soon. So Bayley. And my third pick is crazy, but you never know with the Rumble. You never know. I'm going with Ronda Rousey.
Oh yeah,
just because
she's.
Oh no,
she can't. Doing you know what?
No, she had a kid like ages ago now, haven't she? She's a full-fledged mum now with Travis Brown, but. We haven't seen Ronda in nearly 3 years now, and I think she's definitely going to come back at some point for a little comeback. Becky is the current Raw Women's Champion, so maybe Ronda comes back, wins the Rumble, and faces Becky. A rematch from WrestleMania 35. I'd be down. So yeah, imagine number 30. Shrek, take me. I don't give a damn. Okay, so yeah, those are my 3 picks: Liv Morgan, Bayley, and Ronda Rousey. So yes, okay, cool. Okay, well let's move on. Let's have a look what's next, shall we? Yes. Okay, so so next up we'll go with a mixed tag team match. So yes, we have Edge and Beth Phoenix going up against The Miz and Maurice. I don't know how to feel about this match. I mean, I love Edge. I love Beth Phoenix. But it's like Edge beat Miz at day one. So why are we getting another match between these guys just with the women involved now? And I've not been a massive fan of the feud. Like on Raw, Maurice just whacked Beth Phoenix with a brick. I was like, what? So stupid. And she was like, yeah. I know it was a brick, but it's yeah. So I was like,
it wasn't holding the brick, and it's like it was.
Yeah, but still the full force of a brick.
Yeah,
wow. Yeah, but still, and it should be good. But Maurice, she hasn't wrestled in ages, so I reckon she's not going to look great. I don't know. But same with Beth Phoenix. But Beth Phoenix is a way better wrestler than Maurice, I think. So she's a legend. Who's going to win this match? I think it's a little bit tricky because you could say Edge and Beth Phoenix are the favourites, but Miz and Maurice could get a win back after day one because Miz lost at day one, and maybe there's a rematch in Saudi Arabia in February, the third match between Edge and Miz. Maybe it's steel cage. I'm gonna say Edge and Beth Phoenix because I just think get this feud over and done with them. It should have finished at day one personally because Edge and Miz had a good match and I feel like we didn't really need this match personally. So I'm going to say Edge Edge and Beth get the win. A big babyface win. Yeah. Callum, who have you got?
Yeah, I'm just going to go for Edge and Beth Phoenix as well. I thought possibly it could be Miz and Maurice, but two Hall of Famers, first time they've teamed up together and on screen before. At the end of the day, I just don't really want to see the Miz and Maurice win. I don't know. It just feels like a bit of a waste Anyway, I'll just go with Edge and Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, fair enough. Okay, so both going with a babyface win. Although I like I said, we do think a Miz and Maurice win could happen because Miz could get his win back after day one, and maybe there's a third match at the Saudi show in February. Okay, moving on. Yes, a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Yes, we have what's she called now? It's not the man. No, it's not the man.
Oh, sorry.
She's got like a new name, a big time Bex. Yes, big time Bex. Yes, Becky Lynch defending the belt up against, like Callum said, Dewdrop. So this match kind of came out of nowhere, really. You know, she beat Liv Morgan at day one, and who's next? And I think did Dewdrop win a number one contendership match, or did she just come out and confront Becky? I can't remember.
It was a triple threat. I think it was Liv Morgan, Bianca, and Dewdrop. And then I think Bianca hit a KOD on Liv, and then as far as I know, Dewdrop maybe threw her out the ring, and then she pinned Liv off the KOD that Bianca hit, or something like that. I can't remember. Yeah.
Okay, so this has just kind of come together. Don't get me wrong, I like Dewdrop. You know, I think she's very good. Back when she was called Piper Niven, you know, in NXT UK. I quite like her. She's kind of like, you know, she reminds me of Nia Jax, you know, a very good moveset. So yeah, I like Dewdrop, and I'm quite happy she's got this spot. That being said, I don't think she's going to win. Callum, who have you got?
Yeah, it's Becky Lynch. I don't think there's any chance that Dewdrop's going to win. So Becky will keep it till WrestleMania, whether it is Liv or Ronda, whoever it ends up being. It'll, you know, whether she loses it there, who knows? But I don't think Dewdrop's going to win it, especially not yet anyway. So Becky Lynch. Yeah,
they're making Dewdrop look quite strong though, aren't they? Because like I said, she pinned Liv Morgan clean, and then she hit like this big banzai drop on Becky. So that look, they're making her look strong. Like and Becky tried to hit the man slam on her. And Dewdrop was like, no, no chance. So I do think Dewdrop's going to quite maybe dominate a lot of this match because she's got a big size advantage on Becky. So, but yeah, I too am going with Becky. Probably she gets like a cheeky roll up win, or she hits the disarmer. But yeah, Becky retains because I don't think she's dropping the belt till WrestleMania. So yeah, okay, moving on. Okay, yes, let's move on to a match I am very, very excited for. Oh yes, so yes, we've got Brock. We've got a singles match for the WWE Championship. Yes, Brock Lesnar defending the WWE Championship with Paul Heyman, going up against Bobby Lashley with MVP. Oh man.
That was Olivia.
Oh, could you hear me? I cannot wait for this match. This is a match, personally, I've wanted for years. You know, this Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar finally one-on-one. You know, even Bobby Lashley said in interviews several times throughout the years, I've always wanted to face Brock. That's a dream match for me. And here we go. You know, Brock won the belt at day one. It was crazy. Bobby Lashley won the number one contendership match. And here we are. Bobby Lashley and Brock. And I'm pumped for this match. It's a big battle of the bulls. However, it's really tricky to predict the winner for this match because you could say Brock because he just won the belt at day one, so it'd be crazy for him to drop the belt so soon. But I think Bobby Lashley needs this win a lot more than Brock because if Bobby Lashley beats Brock, that's a huge win for him. But if Brock beats Lashley, then it's just another win for Brock. But I think it's a much bigger match for Lashley personally. But it's so tricky. And I'm gonna go first. I'm going with Bobby Lashley. I'm going with heart over head. My head's saying Brock probably is going to win because I think he's just won the belt. But I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley because I think maybe Roman Reigns could cost Brock the match. because they've teased that the Roman and Brock match, the Roman and Brock feud, isn't finished yet. They had a face-to-face on SmackDown with both of the belts. So maybe there's going to be a rematch at WrestleMania. So maybe, just maybe, Roman comes out and Superman punches Brock, or Lashley hits a few spears, 1, 2, 3, and Lashley beats Brock Lesnar. But it's really tricky. But I'm gonna say Bobby Lashley. But yeah, I just, like I said, I can't wait for this match because this is a dream match. I've wanted for years. So let's go. But Bobby Lashley, come on. Who have you got, Callum?
Well, I'll explain my later points later when it comes to the other matches and stuff. But I just don't. I mean, Brock would have had it for what, 2-3 weeks?
About 3 weeks, yeah.
From about 3 or 4 weeks. And I really love this Brock Lesnar. He's really comedic with like even what he's doing with like himself. Like since he came back, I've actually been really happy to carry on seeing Brock. He used to really annoy me because he used to come around every 4 weeks. But anyway, I just think if he's going to lose it, it'll probably be at WrestleMania to some. I don't think the Roman and Brock feud is over, but I will talk about that in a second. I just think that, you know, what would be the point in giving it to Brock? You could have maybe just had Bobby win it at day one and then have Bobby and Brock at the Royal Rumble instead. But you didn't really need to have Brock with the belt, so I'm going to say Brock retains to take it onwards. And I know you like Bobby Lashley, but I just think that's, you know.
Well, Brock was never meant to win the belt. It was a last-minute decision.
I know, yeah.
It was a last-minute decision because Roman caught COVID. So Brock was never meant to be champion. So maybe he's only a placeholder champion. So for Bobby to win it, and then he goes back into his feud with Roman Reigns heading into WrestleMania. We'll see. Like we said, it's very tricky, this match. I've gone with heart with Bobby, but Callum's gone with his head with Brock. So fair enough. Like I said, I do think Brock probably is the slight favorite because he's just won the belt. But come on, Bobby, come on. Dun, 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 dun. I had a Hurt Business t-shirt ordered and it hasn't bloody arrived. I was going to wear it for this video. Oh, I know they're not.
The sole reason you bought it.
I know they're not together anymore. But maybe they do a switch and help Bobby win the belt. Okay. All right. Next up, we have another match which I think we're all really pumped for. Yes, a singles match for the WWE Universal Championship, which with the Usos are banned from ringside after what happened on SmackDown last night. So yes, we have the Tribal Chief, the head of the table, the longest ever Universal Champion, who's now at 508 days. Yes, the head of the table, Roman Reigns, defending his belt up against Seth Rollins. Oh boy. I think we're all pumped for this match because Callum's wearing his Seth Rollins t-shirt. I'm wearing my Roman Reigns t-shirt. This is probably one of the most excited I've been for Roman's matches since, like, I think John Cena at SummerSlam, because he's finally going up against Seth. You know, these two go way back from the days in the Shield. Even though they haven't had a singles match in I think it's like 5 years since Money in the Bank 2016, which Seth won. So they pointed out like Seth usually has Roman's number, you know, in like multi-man matches or singles matches. I don't think Roman's ever beaten Seth in a singles match or any match. So yeah, they've got that. Of course, they did tease this would happen a few times last year. Like Roman and Seth did have a few face-to-faces, I think at WrestleMania Backlash and Money in the Bank. So, and here we are. And this is really, really hard. I think out of all of Roman's defenses, this is the most I've been, because we usually just go Roman Reigns, Roman retains. But here, I think there's a really good chance that Seth might be the one that ends Roman's legendary title reign. And now the Usos are banned from ringside, so Roman's got a bit of a disadvantage there. But Callum, who have you got, Roman or Seth?
I think the last time they had a match was on like a Raw. I think it was Raw in 2017, and I think Roman did actually win that one with a spear. Because I remember watching like a rivalry video on that WWE put on YouTube or something, and that was one of the last things that interactions they've had.
Well, I meant like pay-per-view matches.
On pay-per-view, it was Money in the Bank, I think, yeah. But, and I'm going to go for Seth Rollins.
What? Oh my God! Holy shit! Oh my God! I guess it's like the first time you haven't picked Roman in ages. The first.
Well, yeah, I think it was WrestleMania because I think I picked Edge.
We both had Edge, yeah. You didn't.
But he didn't win, obviously, no. Yeah, I don't know. I just think he's beaten Brock's reign now. And I don't think the Brock and Roman feud is over, but maybe that passes on to Raw for the other belts, and something else happens with the Universal Championship, and I'll get to that in the Raw Rumble match, in the men's Rumble match in a second. But yeah, I just think, why not? Seth was supposed to win at day one. They didn't give it to him. Allegedly, it was supposed to be Seth.
I think it was meant to be. I think Big E was meant to retain, but okay.
And so they put him in the feud with Roman, and I think that will be it for Roman's Universal title reign. There's no Usos to save him. Kevin Owens might help Seth Rollins,
or he could cost
Seth Rollins. True, but yeah, why not Seth Rollins?
Wow. Okay, you'll go with Seth to be the one to end Roman's legendary Universal title reign. Oh, it is tricky. It's very tricky. I'm going with Roman Reigns. I think Roman's not quite done yet as Universal Champion. I think he needs to beat Seth. I think he hasn't beaten Seth at a pay-per-view. It's like the one thing hanging over him. Like and so if he beats Seth, then yeah. But it's going to be a very close match. And I know people are saying without the Usos, he's buggered. But let's not forget, Roman has won a few matches clean. He beat Ray clean. He beat Cesaro clean. He beat John Cena clean. So I think he can beat Seth clean. They've shown how strong he can be when the Usos don't help him but retain. So I'm going to go with Roman, but I think this is going to be a great match. It's going to be a really good, hard-hitting match. But I really hope Seth does the spot where Roman goes for a spear and Seth counters into a pedigree, because they've done that a few times with Roman.
Money in the Bank.
I know, yeah.
2016, I remember that.
So I think we're going to get that. But I'm going to go with Roman because I think he needs to hold it to WrestleMania, and then a certain Drew McIntyre can be the one to beat him. Adam, let it go. He's injured for now. Okay.
He won't win the Rumble because he won't be there.
Well, okay. He might. No. It's only a short-term injury. He might get back to Rumble. Okay, so yeah, I'm going with Roman, but it's going to be tight. Okay, well, on to the final match. We've gone through everything. Yeah, that's because there's only 6 matches on the card at the minute. I'm sure maybe 1 or 2 will get added next week. Maybe Sami Zayn and Shinsuke. Maybe God forbid Damian Priest defends the US Championship as well on a pay-per-view. So we'll see. But yes, on to what I think will be the main event. Yes, the 30-man Royal Rumble match for the World Championship match at WrestleMania 38. So yes, at the minute we only have 15, so only half of the entrants have been announced. So I'll go through them now. We have Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford, Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Austin Theory, Johnny Knoxville. Yes, from the Jackass films. Like, what is Johnny Knoxville doing in the Royal Rumble? Is it just a publicity stunt because the new Jackass film's coming out soon? That's what it is, isn't it? Yeah.
He's probably going to have a match with Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's just so we can promote the new Jackass film, because there's a new one coming out. For God's sake, celebrities should not be in the Royal Rumble. Sheamus, Damian Priest, AJ Styles, Big E, Happy Corbin, Madcap Moss, Sami Zayn, Kofi Kingston, and Kevin Owens. So yes, that's 15. Now, this Rumble is very intriguing because they've said a forbidden door has been opened. Dun, dun. And so possibly we could be seeing a few big surprises from other wrestling promotions, maybe TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, possibly AEW, because Seth mentioned John Moxley on SmackDown last night. So, but I just don't think that Tony Khan would allow that. He'd be like, no, you're not going to WWE for an appearance. No, maybe he's still contracted with AEW. I don't know, but yeah. So yes, this is really tricky to predict, this Royal Rumble match, because like I said, there's so many different potential scenarios and winners. So I'll go first for my 3 picks, if that's okay, Callum, and you can finish off with yours. Okay. So my first pick is Austin Theory, because it's obvious. It's obvious the company are quite high on him because he's been doing a lot of segments with Vince, and I think apparently Vince is a big fan of him, thinks he's a future star in the company. So I'm like, what? Like, and they're like, expect. So maybe Austin Theory could pull off a shock win at the end and wins, because if obviously Vince loves him, if they keep doing segments together on Raw, so yeah, he's like Vince, it's like his protege, isn't he? Like, so yeah, I'm gonna say Austin Theory, possibly. My second pick, this is where it's gonna get crazy. Brock Lesnar. I'm going with Brock because if Lashley does beat Brock, then I think Brock's going to win the Rumble and face Roman at WrestleMania. Then that's how they do that match. I don't really want to see that because I think Brock winning the Rumble would be a bit ugh. But I think it could happen if Lashley does beat him, then Brock wins the Rumble and gets his revenge on Roman and faces him at WrestleMania. My third pick is even more crazy. I think Callum's got the same pick too. Roman Reigns. I've got this because I'm going crazy. I don't care. I'm going crazy for this Rumble because even though I did pick Roman, I'm going with a backup plan. So if Seth does beat Roman, which there is a big chance, then Roman enters himself into the Rumble and wins. So he could then have a rematch of Seth or go and face Brock at WrestleMania if Brock retains against Bobby. So yeah, those are my three picks: Austin Theory, Brock, and Roman. I was tempted to go with Walter, but I think he's an NXT for a bit, isn't he? Oh, fucking Gunther. Jesus Christ, Vince. So yeah, but I was going to go with Walter, one of my picks, but because he's an NXT, I think he's going to stay in NXT for a bit. So okay, those are my three picks. Go ahead, Callum. All yours.
Right, number one, Kevin Owens. Obviously, he got a new contract a little bit ago. I predicted him to win the title at day one. I think the friendship he's got with Seth Rollins might end in a, like a kind of way that they had with Chris Jericho. They have a match at WrestleMania, which is why I think that Seth could beat Roman. Then KO wins the Rumble, and then after a little while he's deciding what kind of path to go on, KO and Seth have a match at WrestleMania for the Universal Championship, which you might not think of as being a WrestleMania worthy match for the Universal title, but it could happen.
Match.
AJ Styles.
Ooh.
I think. Come on, what have been? He was with Omos for just about over a year, and Omos is building himself up. I know AJ's, but I think AJ is more of like he's been having that rivalry with I'm not sure what his name is in NXT. I don't know whether it's finished or not or what's going on with that, but I think maybe why not? I think
okay,
he should be in the title picture again and definitely having a match against Brock again, or Seth again, or Roman again, whoever it might be. Okay. And finally, I was going to say John Moxley, but I just can't. I can't say that. I can't even say that will even be in the Rumble. So, although I would hype so bad high if it wasn't. Ooh. Biggie.
Oh, you haven't gone. I thought Roman was going to be one of your picks. Okay.
No, I was more referring to Kevin Owens. I feel like Roman Reigns could win, and I guess it would take away his loss a little bit from Seth if he does lose to win the Rumble. But Biggie was a bit hard done by, I think. On his title reign, he didn't have as many defenses. You lost it at day one. He only defended it on pay-per-view once against Drew, and that was in Saudi Arabia. And had the match with Roman, which was fine. But I just think Big E could do with another chance. I don't think it's going to happen. But also, I just couldn't think of anyone else to say. I don't want to say Roman or Brock, and John Moxley's very unlikely. So yeah, Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Big E.
Okay, those are three solid picks. Big E is a good shout, but I think his time's done. I think they gave him a little push. Now he's back in the mid card, sadly. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It's like I said, this is one of the most unpredictable Royal Rumbles I think in years on both genders, because I think a lot can and will happen. Like there's going to be some surprises. There's going to be some, oh my god, moments definitely in both matches. I think and we've the both world title matches we've gone with different picks, so it's it's going to be very interesting next Saturday.
I can't really remember a time where we've been so split on. We've got similar picks, but
only match we've gone with the same picks is the mixed tag team match and Becky and Dewdrop. Yeah, wow, that's exciting though. Makes it more fun.
We've both gone for Liv Morgan, but whether or not she wins or not is another question.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I love the Royal Rumble. I can't wait to see. You know, you could, like you said, you could have the Forbidden Door. Don't know if anyone from AEW could turn up. Maybe a Chris Jericho, because you know he was on Stone Cold podcast not too long ago.
Yeah, I think Jericho.
That's set up be a network show, so if it could be possible for Jericho to be there, or you know, somebody. Chris, yeah, I mean, to be fair, I honestly, it's either he or John Moxley comes out.
Yeah, so
we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, the Rumble's one of my favorite shows of the year, and it's getting exciting again because, like I said, the road to WrestleMania begins next weekend, and I just can't wait to see what's going to happen. So yes, I'll be back with Callum or Laura. Yes, I'll be back with hopefully with either Laura or Liam. So that's because I think we're going back to Saudi Arabia for the Elimination Chamber. So we'll see what's that about. And I think we're not getting a March pay-per-view. So after that,
yeah, the calendar's a bit weird this year. There's a big break between, I think, Elimination Chamber, and then I don't think there's another one till Wrestlemania or something like that. I think there's a big break between.
Yeah, we're not getting Fastlane this year, I don't think. So then, of course, the big one, WrestleMania 38 in April. God, that's where's the time go, Callum? It feels like it doesn't feel that long since we were building up WrestleMania 37.
In a week's time, it's February already.
It's
2022.
It's scary. It's so scary. Time goes by. No, that's wrong. She says so slowly. So slowly. Oh dear. So many David Brent moments today. So many David. Okay, dear boy. Well, we'll leave it. Okay. Well, we'll leave it there, guys. Thank you all for watching. We hope you all enjoyed the Royal Rumble. It's going to be a crazy, unpredictable show. Yes, it's in a big stadium too. I think it's in like a big. I think it's called the Dome. It's in like 40,000 people. So it's going to be in a big stadium. So yes, we hope you all enjoy it, guys. And we will see you all in February for the next pay-per-view. So thank you, guys.